It has been 2 years since the release of the last season of The Boys, and fans are eagerly awaiting the release of the third season. Well, get your pipe bombs ready, as today we'll be talking about everything there is to know about the third season of The Boys, coming soon to Amazon Prime Video. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. First up, slaying looks for slaying soups. In a world that is overrun by superhero-centered pop culture, it's the show about killing soups that has everyone captivated. Just like a speedboat smashing straight through the bowels of a beached whale, you just can't look away as the series continues to raise the bar for what can be shown on television. Veteran stars Anthony Starr, Karl Urban, and Jack Quaid joined series newcomer Jensen Ackles to discuss their antics in the third season, set to premiere on Amazon Prime Video in June. Like Quaid called it, it may just be the most insane season of TV ever filmed. And if the previous seasons are anything to go off of, we have no idea how they're going to be surpassing the absolute carnage of the hero hunting in this season. Starr thought that he had accidentally walked onto the set of a remake of The Hangover when the stars arrived on the set for EW's digital cover shoots at Hudson Lofts. However, shattered lamps, a busted bed, burnt curtains, and broken glass are the perfect look for the kind of stars who feel at home when surrounded by absolute chaos. Next, from supernatural to superhero. After 15 long seasons of playing Sam on Supernatural, it was finally time for Ackles to take on a new challenge, which just so happened to be from the same creator of Supernatural, showrunner Eric Kripke. The star bursts onto the scene as Soldier Boy, a Captain America-inspired suit from the World War II era who led his own team of superheroes back in the day known as Payback. He describes the character as, quote, Captain America on his A, unquote. What Captain America would look like if he had given up superheroism and was just your average drunk and conservative uncle. Fangirls and fanboys alike can't wait to see what this star has in store for us in the upcoming season, and we can't wait to finally see him in action. And now, spill the tea, Butch. Keith Urban reprises his role as Billy Butcher, the leader of the boys, the street-level squad with the self-employed task of keeping out-of-control soups out of commission, with whatever means necessary. This season, Butcher takes things up a notch after finding a serum that enables a human being to gain temporary superpowers, which helps even the playing field and changes the course of everything. No more dirty tricks or hiding in the shadows. This time, Butcher is taking the fight to the soups themselves, much to the dismay of the rest of the crew. An out-of-control soup taking care of an out-of-control soup? That's a surefire recipe for disaster if we've ever seen one. Up next, something wrong with Homelander. Before filming the next batch of episodes even started, Kripke explains Starr's character to him in 2 words: homicidal maniac. Usually, Starr tries to avoid terms like these to describe Homelander, since he is basically the anti-Superman of the series, explaining that he thinks it would be too easy to fall into stereotypes and that they didn't want to do that. That being said, he understood the meaning of Kripke's words upon reading the script. Homelander has slowly been reaching his boiling point over the course of the series, and it appears that this season is finally going to push him over the edge. An unhinged Homelander facing off against our ragtag team of soup hunters? We're already sold on the idea. And now, Huey grows a pair. Huey is finally getting promoted from being Butcher's errand boy to his personal handler. After leaving the boys, Wee Huey now works for the brand new Federal Bureau of Soup Affairs. Keeping the boys in line is now his main assignment, assigning them missions and making sure Butcher doesn't act like himself, etc. Unfortunately, none of the team yet realizes that his boss, Congresswoman Victoria Newman, is the literal, mind-blowing soup the gang had been hunting back during the second season. Quaid stated that he loved being able to explore this new side of Huey where he's a company man. Seeing Huey having his life figured out for the first time is interesting. Of course, we, the audience, know that it's not going to last long. No force on this planet can keep Billy Butcher on a short leash after all. Let's discuss unexpected allies and betrayals. Urban teased that the upcoming third season will see some unexpected team-ups as well as unexpected conflicts between characters that have seemed to get along pretty well. It has already started taking place on EW's cover shoot, with Quaid posing and cozying up with the enemy. Butcher also is going against the core meaning of the boys by becoming a soup himself. Who else is going to turn on their teams? We have no way of knowing for now, but one thing is for sure, these people sure know how to keep us on our toes. Now, for a tale of 2 soups. With less than a week left until the next season, a new image released by the official The Boys social media accounts features a tense meeting between Butcher and Homelander. The photo shows the pair sitting opposite each other in a dark room, smiling while the Butcher mischievously sips his tea. Tensions between the pair have reached an all-new high. But honestly, sitting opposite to the man who had their way with your wife wife and also led to her death is sure to form some bad blood between any sane person. Considering the fact that Butcher now has the ability to copy Homelander's abilities for 24 hours per serum, there's no telling how cocky the bloodthirsty Brit is going to get. And if he's already face to face with the biggest soup of all, it's safe to say a lot. Up next, drawing the line. It feels like every year the creative team behind the show challenges itself to come up with something much more grotesque than the year before. And so far, they've always succeeded in doing so. So will the upcoming season continue the trend? If you listen to what the cast and crew have to say, we'd say absolutely yes. Apparently, there was originally something in the scripts that was just so extreme that Ackles had to talk to Kripke about it. He remembers saying, "As a father of 3, and a son, and a husband, and a self-respecting human being, I can't do this. I didn't know where my line was, but you found it." Eventually, Kripke was able to find a compromise where they managed to get what they needed without destroying his soul. But still, given Ackles' reaction to the unedited script, we simply have to wonder just what was so bad enough to make him react this way. And now, a public evil. Revealing Homelander's true nature to the public went down far better than Vought could ever have thought it would. It's a genius twist, completely revolutionizing Anthony Starr's iconic villain. Until now, Homelander had been struggling with duality and deception. Every action he ever took was done to hide Vought's dirty secrets and cover up their misdeeds with pointless excuses. Homelander was so desperate to maintain this facade that he even gave away his own son to prevent Maeve from releasing the plane crash footage. The third season is going to be ditching Homelander's patriotic act and willfully unleashing his inner demons and pushing him into wildly unpredictable territory, even more so than ever before. Now that the super idol knows that violence and bloodshed will earn him love from the public, he will surely become even more twisted and brutal, and we're all for it, entertainment-wise, of course. Next, drained of blood, literally. According to Urban, The Boys Season 3's production was so intense that the makeup department had run out of fake blood after just 3 episodes had finished filming. During a recent interview with UK's Radio X, the star discussed the upcoming season and shared a surprising piece of information that hints at the level of gore audiences should be expecting. According to him, everything had been upscaled with the third season, stating that by episode 3 they had already made their way through the entire supply of fake blood provided for the whole season. Just what happened in these 3 episodes to make their stocks run dry is something fans are definitely looking forward to. And with that piece of trivia, who can really blame them? With just a week left until The Boys finally returns, the season is set to remind audiences that the series is definitely not meant for the faint of heart. And finally, a butchered plan. While Butcher's superpowers might be useful for helping others, they could end up being pretty harmful to himself. Compound V is a bit of a parallel to performance-enhancing drugs in The Boys. Humans who inject themselves with the substance often develop superpowers, and superhumans who consume the substance have their powers amplified temporarily. As the trailer for The Boys Season 3 portrays Butcher with superpowers, the question remains, what effect Compound V will have on him? Only one way to find out. That's a wrap for this video. What are you looking forward to seeing in the upcoming season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.